All new for you tonight at 11 o'clock. A presidential debate has split a local city, but it's not about the election next year. Middletown is building a new middle school, but President Woodrow Wilson's name might not be attached because of his past. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Matthew Campbell is live right now from the current Woodrow Wilson Middle School. And Matthew, will the name be stripped?
Well, Mark, it's still too early to tell, but right now there is a passionate debate going on. Some want to keep the name, keep the legacy, but others say it's time to create a new one. Historians say President Woodrow Wilson brought America the 8-hour workday, the Federal Reserve, and workman's comp. But also in his presidency, Washington, D.C. and the federal government were racially segregated.
Woodrow Wilson didn't invent segregation, but he certainly institutionalized it in the government offices in Washington, D.C., which in effect sanctioned segregation throughout the country.
Looking deeper, Wilson wrote a history of the American people, which critics say sided with the Ku Klux Klan. Yet Wilson has a couple of schools named in his honor. There's one in Waterbury and here in Middletown.
It just really shows how we just glaze over the actual events of actual things that happened.
In days, ground will be broken on a brand new $87 million middle school that will combine Woodrow Wilson and Keigwin middle schools. Tonight, the community had a very civil discussion about carrying on the Wilson name when it comes to this project.
It was our school. We were proud of it. We were proud of our friends and our activities. We'll all be Wildcats till the day we die.
They're still trying to cling on to traditions and values that the community that doesn't represent the community.
Wilson does have a connection to Middletown. In the late 1800s, he taught history and political economy at Wesleyan. But to graduates like Barbara Novak, Woodrow Wilson is more about the building rather than the person it was named after.
History is history, and you can't rewrite it. I think it's just important to keep the legacy. There are many good families in this town, black, white, many colors, many ethnicities, and we're all just friends and alumni of Woodrow Wilson.
Eyewitness News confirmed Wilson's past is not taught at the middle school level, but it is brought up during high school. Students say with a new building, it's time to create a new legacy.
This stands more as a symbol of sticking to traditions and keeping the systemic racism that we are still trying to work past today.
So a lot of alternative names were brought up tonight, but one idea that's really catching on is to name the middle school something simple, like Middletown Middle School or Middletown Junior High. A committee will send its recommendation to the Board of Education by September. That's the latest. Live here in Middletown tonight, Matthew Campbell, Channel 3 News.